Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the battles? Let's see.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rougher. Step up for the title and face your rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken and get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the...
Yo, Free, man, I gotta say, man, that was crazy. Did you see that, man? I had to hop off and watch that, man. I don't know about you, man. I'm so disappointed in the fight. What you think, man? I don't think my man Free trying to get back on. Salute to my man Sean. What's up with you, my brother? Man, I know you just seen this fight with Boo Boo, man. Oh, man. What they say? Oh, gee. Hey, Josh, man. Salute, dog. Hey, nothing I can say, man. The Mexican monster did what he had to do, man. He went in there and he beat the Boston Big Beans out of your boy, man. I didn't see that happen, man. He said, tell me when I've ever been wrong. Hey, Sean, you was right on this one, bro. I'm going to give you your props, dog. You know, I'm going to give you props.
Yep.
Hey.
Hey, what I will say is I was wrong. I didn't think it was going to end in a knockout, although the corner stopped the fight. He didn't knock Boo Boo out. The corner stopped it. But I told you, Boo Boo, he can't beat that man. That man too young. That man 26 years old. Boo Boo 35, 36. It was just too. The youth was on David Benavidez's side.
Hey, he said, now Boo Boo go in on. He said, now BB will go in on Boo Boo and dog him like you did Spence.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you need to dog him like you dog Jamel. Well, actually, no, he fought.
You know what? But I say this, man. I can't say that it was the worst performance I ever seen. I just don't know what he was thinking. Free trying to stand in front of David. What was he thinking?
I'm gonna tell you what he was thinking. He was thinking he don't have the legs to move around like Caleb Plant was doing. He didn't want to gas out in the later rounds. That's what he was thinking. He didn't like, man, I can't move around like that. I'm gonna gas out in the later rounds. That's why I was telling you, he don't have the legs like that no more. He tried to move, but David Benavidez was cornering him. So when he did get cornered, he would throw a bunch of combination and hold David Benavidez. It's just David Benavidez was able to get his arms free because he didn't have a lock on his arms. He needed to lock his arms. He was just trying to grab him. If he would have locked his arms, David Benavidez wouldn't be able to throw those shots that he was throwing on the inside.
You know, it's funny. That fight let me know that, you know what, it don't matter what your game plan is if somebody's bigger and stronger than you. Because, I mean, I gotta say this, man. It wasn't from a lack of effort, but I mean, Boo Boo got totally outclassed. I mean, he just got beat to death.
Now, what you say about that Mexican style can't beat a slick boxer?
We haven't seen it since Oscar beat Pernell. We ain't seen it in 30 years, Free. It's not like we see this every day.
No, what are you talking about?
Free, we ain't seen this in 30 years, man.
Nigga, you ain't seen it in 30 years because you don't watch enough boxing. I see a lot of Mexican style beat slick boxers. I've seen a lot of them.
Well, man, so he said Spence lasted longer than Boo Boo, to be honest. He said it's Boo Boo's worst performance because he was standing in front of David. He said David's the future of 168. I've been saying it for a long time. You know what? Tonight, I can't say nothing. I'm not going to go in on the Mexican monster. I thought he did good. I think Canelo would put him to bed. Because he
Nigga,
still
you still think that Canelo put that man big?
did you see what Boo Boo was doing the first 2 rounds?
No,
Did you see
no,
him?
Canelo don't fight like Boo Boo, dog. At no time in his life has he ever fought like Boo Boo. Canelo stands right there in front of you. All he do is move his upper body. The same way David Benavidez was moving his upper body, that's what
Yeah.
Canelo does. That's
Only
exactly what
thing,
Canelo does.
Boo Boo ain't got no beard, man. I was shocked. The first real shot he took in his whole career, he went
No,
right down.
I told
I
you
mean,
he's been dropped before. He got dropped by a lesser puncher. He's been dropped
yeah,
before. And technically, he was dropped in the daggone Demond Mickelson fight. They just didn't call it a knockdown. He
yeah,
was
that's a
dropped in
good
that
point.
fight.
He said Benavidez is a Mexican American. He's coming out of Arizona. Hey, tonight the king is going to be Benavidez because I thought Boo Boo was going to go. You know what's funny? I seen what Boo Boo was trying to do, keep turning him, not gas out, but it looked like David just seemed so much bigger than him. I don't know what David's rehydrating to up there, but man, he looked huge, man. Pause. He looked huge. Free. Did you see how big he looked?
I
He
try to
looked.
tell Tom. I try to tell Thomas. I try to tell Thomas and Shock and Judah Benz, you be wrong in these big fights, dog. You be wrong in these
He said, I mean,
you be
hey,
wrong in these big fights.
you can't go against your partner in crime, man. This brother said you be wrong in these big
Hey, I mean
fights.
that's what I mean. We partners in crime, but you gotta have one that be right and one that be wrong. That's why we partners in crime.
Hey, you got me on this one, brother. I didn't see that. You know what's so funny? He's like he's about to knock him out. That's the part. Hey, that's the part that shocked me. Free like he trying to knock that nigga out.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
didn't
I
see
don't know what Boo Boo said to the ref because the ref was talking to Boo Boo. I don't know what he said to the ref that made his trainer say no, stop it. Because I think
Yeah,
the ref asked Boo Boo a question and Boo Boo was answering it, and his corner didn't like the answer that he said, and he was like, no, stop it.
yeah, yeah. But I don't know if that's his dad, his trainer. I don't know if that's his father or not. But his trainer told him, "I'm not gonna watch this." And the ref kept saying, "Hey, I'm not going to watch another round like this. I don't care what you say, Demetrius. I'm not going because you're right. He must have said something because he told, I don't care what you say, Demetrius. I'm not gonna watch another round like that." And then his corner, like you said, "Stop it." But I mean, it was a premature stoppage, man. I mean, he should have went out on his shield like a man. But it's all right, man. He said Benavidez has beat Boo Boo to death.
Yeah,
Hey, I got
beat that
if
boy to
that
death.
if that wasn't such a broad name, you know your boy BBO would copyright that beat to death, man. But I can't. It's too broad. They won't let me copyright it because it's too broad. But I'm telling you, man, that dude really went in there, man, and beat the Boston baked beans out of Boo Boo, man. I didn't see that happen.
He beat the Rhode Island baked beans out that dude.
Hey, Free, when he hit him, and I seen his fro go back like that, I said, oh,
Yeah, I
man.
try to tell you, dog. You like, nah, Boo Boo going, he going watch Benavidez, this and that. I was like, all right, I'm trying to tell you.
Can I ask you this? Did you not think of me those first 2 rounds? Like, man, he giving it to him.
No,
He
I was giving him his props because I was like, okay, how long are you going to be able to do this though? I was like, it's going to be a matter of time because I know you're going to slow down. He was doing good, but like I told you, Benavidez is going to keep coming. You got to have
yeah,
power to make him say, no, you know what? I'm not going to keep coming in like this. Like the only person I see that has that type of power is maybe Canelo, and I know that Morrell has that type of power.
yeah.
I think those are the only two that has that type of power at 168 that's going to say, okay, I can't come straight in like this. I got to come behind a jab. Because Morrell is not going to stand right in front of him. Morrell
No,
going to hit his
no.
ass with a big shot and move.
You know what's so funny? I feel like Des Morrell is everything that we thought Jamal Charlo would be. So,
I'm trying to tell you how
pardon me.
that boy David Morrell is different. I'm trying to tell you that man different.
That boy Sean said Benavidez hit hard and his power is deceptive. It doesn't look like it. it made him. And you know what? It got mad torque. I can say this, bro. You might be right about that, Sean, because Sean, I gotta give it to Sean. He be in the comments all the time telling me, whenever I say something, Sean, like you, he gotta say something too. And
No,
it's funny
I
because
try to tell you. I tried to tell you earlier today. I told you David Benavidez has one shot knockout power. It's just a lot of times he doesn't sit down on his punches. He just throw a bunch of combinations to get you frustrated. You don't know where the power shot is coming from. But he does have one punch knockout power.
we seen that today because I mean when he hit Boo Boo, man, Boo Boo looked like he was scared. Like, oh shoot. He said, let's
Yeah.
be real. Demetrius Boo Boo Andre is a good fighter. It just shows how great David is. Canelo is ducking Benavidez. I don't blame him. I think Canelo loses that fight.
I've
Canelo
been said that. I've been said that.
Canelo will break Benavidez's
No,
neck, man.
no,
So
you.
to say that is crazy, man.
I know what it is. I know what it is. You going
What's
for the
that?
record. You going for the record. You want to be wrong in the most big fights of
Oh,
all time. That's what it is. You want to be wrong in the most big fights of all time. You want to see how many big fights you can be wrong in. You trying to break the record.
no,
I know what it
hey,
is.
free. I'm just on a cold streak, man. My last three predictions haven't been the best, but I just, you know
Oh,
what? I didn't, I gotta give David his props. I didn't see his defense was terrific. That's the one thing we gotta say. David's defense was terrific because let's be honest, Boo Boo barely could hit him. I mean, early in the rounds, he was hitting him a little bit, but he was having a hard time hitting him. Like you said, his upper body movement was like a very Canelo-like. So it's like his feet might have been stuck in quicksand, but hey, dog, I got to give the man his props, man. The brother was just moving his hips, moving his upper body. I mean, he wasn't a standing target,
yeah.
man. So
I'm gonna
go ahead.
say his defense was a lot better than what I've seen in the past. It was a
Mm-hmm.
lot better. He wasn't doing like Jose Benavidez like he usually do. Him and Jose usually have the same defense. They'll come in there and be smiling and like hit me again. He didn't have that today. I don't know if he realized that okay, I'm in there with somebody that actually can punch a little bit, or if he was like, look, I'm just going to work on my defense because I know I'm getting ready for a Canelo or a Morrell fight. I'm gonna have to fight one of those two guys, so I got to get better on my defense. So I don't know which one it is. We'll see in the
Mm-hmm.
next fight. But his defense was better than what it normally is.
It was terrific, man, because I mean, just the fact that he was able to answer the call and be a better version of himself. I mean, we got to give him credit for that because man, that's not easy to do, Chris. It's just
I'm
not
telling
easy to
you,
do.
I told you it was a couple of years too late. If Boo Boo would have got that fight before David Benavidez had a chance to fight uh
Plant.
Andre Durrell and Caleb Plant, I think Boo Boo would have beat him. I think Boo Boo would have beat him if he would have got a chance to fight him before he had those fights. I think Boo Boo would have beat him
I would
because
agree with you on that.
David Benavidez was able to see different styles of boxing. Like normally, David Benavidez fight those guys that stands right there in front of him and let him throw 15 punch combinations. When he fought Andre Durrell, he didn't have that, and when he fought Caleb Plant, he didn't have that. So he was able to adjust. Now he got Boo Boo in the ring. He like, okay, well, I've seen this type of style before. I've seen
Mm-hmm.
somebody that can move around the ring. I know how to deal with it. But if he would have got him before he got those guys, I think Boo Boo would have beat him.
You know that Anthony Durrell fight really, really did make David a better fighter. Looking at it now, you're right about that. The Anthony Durrell fight did make him a better fighter because he's not intimidated by the movement like he used to be. My
Right.
man Sean, he said, "Boo Boo, hang in there though. He's a tough warrior. He took the advice from his corner. He was depleted. He was done. Lived to fight another day." Um, I'm gonna tell you this, man. On a fight like that, you got to be ready to die, man. No, excuse me, YouTube. You got to be ready to be unalive. On a fight like that, when you as avoided as Demetrius Andre, you got to just go ahead and go on your shield, man. You got to be willing to be unalived, man, because at the end of the day, man, you're not gonna get another shot. What you think, Fred? I don't see him getting another shot at the top. What about you?
I'm not gonna say he's not gonna get another shot at the top because after what we just saw tonight, shit, Canelo might say, you know what, I'll fight Boo Boo now. He might say, I'll fight Boo Boo now.
Are the worst performers? Come on,
That's what he. Hey, that's what he did. That's what he did to Danny. He didn't want to fight Danny until Triple G knocked him out. And he was like, you know what? I'll fight Danny now. I saw how Daniel Jacobs got beat up. I'll fight him now. When Daniel Jacobs was trying to fight Canelo, all he kept saying, "Nah, I'm not. You ain't doing enough." Then he see him get beat up by Triple G. Oh, I'll fight Daniel now. That's what Canelo do. Once he see a kink in your armor, he ready to fight you now.
I like how you always do that, man. You love to throw Canelo under the bus.
I'm just going by what I see. That man kept saying no. He get knocked out by Triple G. Oh, I'm ready to fight him. I want that fight. And if Canelo say he's gonna fight Boo Boo next, you gonna be like, damn, this nigga D-Free right as hell.
You know what? I wouldn't be shocked. But I'll just say this. You know what? Boo Boo Andre, the truth is he has to live with the fact that he really hasn't looked the same since he left 154.
I'm gonna tell you what would be a good fight for Boo Boo next.
Who, Plant?
Him and Jamal.
Him and Jamal would be a good fight.
That would be a good fight.
Yeah. If I was Boo Boo, I would try to go back down and fight Jennebeck, but I don't know if he can make 160 because
him and Plant would be a good fight too. I think Boo Boo will beat Plant though. Plant.
I just think it's crazy that his biggest fight. I mean, when I heard he waited 10 years for that fight, I mean, Jesus Christ, man. That was the fastest 10 years you ever seen, man. I mean, 15 years. You realize he waited 15 years for you to get that fight? I mean,
like I said, Boo Boo made a lot of bad business decisions in his career. That's what caused him to get a lot of these fights. He made a lot of bad business decisions. Yeah. I mean, he should have never fought. I mean, he should have never signed with Eddie Hearn. I mean, was it Eddie Hearn? Yeah, Eddie Hearn. He should have never signed with Eddie Hearn. If he wouldn't have signed with Eddie Hearn, he probably would have had a lot of these fights a while ago. He could have probably had the Jamal Charlo fight, the David Benavidez fight, the Caleb Plant fight. He could have probably had those fights already. But he signed with Eddie Hearn and thought he was going to get that Canelo fight, and they never gave him the Canelo fight.
Hey, my man, CDK said yes, he would. My man Sean said my record is undefeated on BBO.
Yeah, it ain't hard to be undefeated on BBO. That nigga be wrong a lot. It ain't hard to be undefeated on BBO. I'm trying to tell you, BBO. See, this is the thing with BBO. Y'all gotta understand. BBO, he makes his decision on who gonna win off of his heart instead of off of his mind. Because if he make the decision with his mind, he probably be right in more times than he'll be wrong.
I'll give you that. That's the absolute truth. Because I had a feeling, and this is wild to say this, but I knew in my heart of hearts that I said, you know, man, Boo Boo looked horrible versus Mickles, man. He gonna look horrible versus Boo Boo. But I just said he's a boxer. He gonna turn him. I didn't realize that, you know, the old saying that my mother used to say is very true. What you do at home will show out. So it's been known for a few years that Boo Boo does not handle pressure very well. And when you get in there with a live dog, what happened?
You get stopped. My wife, hey dog, I was dropping my wife off at work and she saw Boo Boo in the back dancing. She was like, he better win with all that dancing. She's like, when the fight is over, let me know who won. When I tell her he got knocked out, she gonna be like, or where he got stopped, she gonna be like, all that dancing in the back, I already know. Cause she be watching these fights when I'm watching it at home, she be watching them with me. And so I'll be telling them, she be like, how you saw that? I was like, I watch these guys. I know what they're going to do. I watch them.
Hey, you know, it's funny, man. It's just one of those fights where when you seen that, I was sick about it. But you know what, man? We got to give a little love to one of our sponsors, man. Shout out to the Breakfast Box. If you're in the Akron, Cleveland area, stop by your neighborhood Breakfast Box. You know, they're home of the shrimp and grits, home of the breakfast dog. So if you in the Akron, Canton area, make sure you stop by the Breakfast Box. But I think the funny thing about it is, Free, that when you talk about, you know, like you said, picking with your heart, man, I'm learning, man. I'm learning that you cannot pick with your heart because you got to really just go off what you see on tape. And
Yeah.
nothing on tape told me that Boo Boo would win. And that's the
Nah.
same thing that my man Eli said when he came here earlier. Shout out to my man Athletic Mind. He brought that to my attention before. He said, he's like, bro, one thing about you, BVO, you know boxing too well, man. You got to stop picking with your heart.
I'm trying to tell you. Dog. Like I said, I didn't see a knockout. I thought Boo Boo was gonna last the 12 rounds, but I said David Benavidez is gonna beat this dude. Boo Boo didn't look good at 168 in his first fight, and the man is 35, 36 years old. I'm like,
He's 34. You keep
no,
you,
he's 35, 36.
No, he's 34. He's only 34. Free. You keep putting him up there, man.
Oh, that man look like an old ass 34.
He did. He looked like an old 34. Hey, CDK, what you think about that fight, man?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. What I seen, I believe that Boo Boo was. I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. Let me say it like this. Man, I want to see Canelo and the Mexican Monster fight each other. And the reason I want to see the fight is because what I noticed is I believe Boo Boo was the better boxer. But I believe, man, the size, power played a big difference in this fight. And if you get Canelo in there, I want to see what happens when the Mexican Monster get hit with a good shot with somebody got power that can make him respect him. I believe it's a different fight. I ain't saying that Boo Boo could have won this fight, but I believe if Boo Boo fights Caleb Plant, I believe he beats Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's a better fighter than Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? But he did. The difference was Boo Boo didn't get on his bicycle like Caleb Plant. He came forward. He did try to. He went out on the shield. You know, he tried to. I just think, you know what I'm saying, that he just didn't have the size or the strength or the power to really affect the Mexican Monster. That's how I looked at it.
My man said, Sean said, I thought the star of the show was Jamal Charlo to find triumph past depression is beautiful.
Yeah.
I definitely say that, and I got to give my man Free full credit because he called it. My man Jamal was playing possum a little bit because he went in there
Hey, D Free
and
was
beat
right.
Jose he beat Jose past to death, man. I thought he was
Hey,
doped up, man, but he wasn't.
Free kept it real. I think he did have, like D Free said, he did have problems early, but he still was prepared for this fight, and it's like he changed. You know what I'm saying? Because I did see some mental health things going on, but that man was ready for the fight, and D Free called it to the T, man. I got to give credit what credit's due. He called his fight, and he went there and put the brakes on that man.
Yeah, he beat, and that's why I say I don't read into the body language because you never know what's going on in these people's head. Because I'm not a mind reader. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not reading to body language and none of that. I go by what I see in the ring, and like I said, Jamal was talking like the Jamal. And and from the outside looking in, what I saw was a man that just looked like he was tired. He looked like he'd been training all day, and he just looked like he was tired. That's what I saw. Other people like, oh, he don't look right. He did see that. I'm like, no, I can't say that it's what's going on with him because I don't know that.
And you're right, D Free, because now that you say that, you think about it, he said he only trained for 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you would be tired if you're trying to make up for time, and what you're saying makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because he probably was training really hard to get in shape for this.
Yeah, especially when you think about it. That man, he was overweight, and then he went back, and the man came back in overweight even more. I'm like, okay, this man, he tried to cut weight. He couldn't cut weight in time for the fight. He said he only had 3-week training camp. He couldn't cut weight in time. He probably was out there working his ass off trying to cut weight because he knew he was like 170, 180. He was out there cutting weight like a month.
That man was every bit of 180. He had to be every bit of 180.
He was huge, man. He was huge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he probably was out that joint working night and day trying to cut that weight because I was looking at before they called the fight, before they said this fight was made, I saw him out there working with Roy Jones. That man was out in Florida working with Roy Jones. Everybody was like, he not with Ronnie Shields no more? I'm like, no, he's still with Ronnie Shields. He just working out with Floyd. I mean, with Roy. He just working out with him, getting some pointers here and there. But he still with Ronnie Shields. They were like, why he not in training camp? I don't know why that man not in training camp. That man, he said he ready for the fight. He ready for the fight. And we saw it. He was ready.
Hey, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna tell you what I think. Ronnie Shields being a great coach. You know what I think he done? He and his son BVO said, man, Charlo needed a big brother figure in his life. I believe that Ronnie Shields recognized what was going on with his mental health and let him go out there and spend as much time with Roy Jones as he needed. That's why the training camp was only 3 weeks, short, you know what I'm saying, short notice, but enough time for him to still get out there and beat that man from pillar to post.
Yeah, that, and I think Ronnie Shields, you gotta remember, Ronnie Shields is also training David Morrell, because David Morrell got a fight coming up. So Ronnie Shields probably say, look, go, you need some time to get your head straight. Go out there, train with Roy a little bit. Let Roy give you some pointers. Let him talk to you or whatever, and then come back and we're gonna get it in until it's fight time.
Yeah, catch a few fish and get right.
Yeah, I mean it worked. Whatever he did, it worked. Because that man came in there, and he got that ring rust off, and I was actually glad that he went the whole 10 rounds because he was out of the ring for 2.5 years. He needed that work.
He needed it. And I ain't gonna lie, man, the man looked phenomenal. For the time he been out the ring, he looked phenomenal.
Yeah, for him to be out of the ring for him to be out of the ring for 2.5 years, he could have came out there and looked like Boo Boo looked at 168 when Boo Boo came up to 168 and fought Demond Milkerson. He could have looked like that, but he didn't. That man looked like he was ready.
Yeah, he showed up and showed out, so people can shut their mouths about him. Because with one thing we know for certain, he still can fight.
Yeah, he still that jab with the lead uppercut, dog, that joint was killing Jose Benavidez all night.
Man,
he was catching him with that joint all night.
It was beautiful, and he been doing. That's his shot, and I'm telling you, he got one of the best jabs in boxing. He do for real.
Yeah, he hit that man Jose Benavidez with so many jabs, it knocked that nigga little bun loose. The nigga little bun came loose. He had a tail in the back of his head. I was like, dog, this man got this dude looking like a dude from Kickboxer.
Yeah, I loved it. I was
like, oh, he knocked the bun loose.
Yeah, I loved it, man. He showed up, man, and I'm proud. I just really wanted to see him do good because I was kind of scared for him. Like you said, you can't really read nobody's mind and know what they really going through. I just wanted to see the best from him.
Yeah, I think we've seen that too. That's the best part. I think we've seen that. We seen. Go ahead.
You know what else? I think he took out all that frustration that he had going on with his ex-wife and all that stuff out on Jose Benavidez.
Yeah. Jose got it, man. He got it.
He took out I can't hit this girl, but I'm gonna hit your ass.
Hey, you know what's crazy? And you know what he kept saying though? When the people were talking, they kept on saying, well, you ain't showing no aggression. He said, hey, I'm gonna show it to you in the ring. He said that plenty of time in the ring.
That's what I said. I think he might have grew up. He might have saw what everybody was saying. Hey, Jamal, he don't look like he right. Something going on with him, and he might have grew up. I mean, that's how I look at it. I like, okay, the man was talking like he normally talked. He just wasn't showing all the extra emotions into it. But he was still talking. Like when they had the virtual press conference, he was still talking. They wasn't even caring about the questions that was being asked. They was going at each other.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this right here. I want him to get one more fight, and then I want him to get his lick back. I believe he get one more fight in. I believe he beat Caleb Plant. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I think he'll beat Caleb Plant. Especially, he get one more fight in, and he got his legs up under him, and he got his head on straight. He'll beat Caleb Plant because Caleb Plant, he got good boxing ability, but Caleb Plant can't last the 12 rounds. And when you got somebody in there with like a Jamal that has great fundamentals and he got power in those shots, Caleb Plant is not gonna last. He's gonna fold. He'll fold before Jamal will fold.
Sure will.
I mean, the funny thing about it. One thing about Maul, he did something that I could say I wish Boo Boo would have did. He stayed to the game plan because when I
Yeah.
seen Boo Boo trying to muscle, the monster, that's not how you beat a guy like that. You can't muscle a guy that's bigger than you like that, because no matter what you do, you're gonna wear down. And I'll just say this, man. Boo Boo Andre is from the class of very good. He's not an all-time great. He's not none of that. He's just a very good fighter who
Yeah.
really should have probably never left 160, man. To be
That
honest with you.
that's the exact reason. What we saw tonight is the exact reason why I say you cannot compare Boo Boo to no goddamn Floyd.
Yeah. You said it. Hey, and listen though, if y'all heard Boo Boo in the press conference, he kept letting you know that he felt like he was strong enough to come in there and fight like that. Did you hear when he said, Boo Boo all out, man, I'm gonna be a lot stronger than he thought? He
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said, you know what I'm saying? So he was letting you know what he was gonna do. But man, come on, man, he knew better than that, man.
like
Yeah, you can't muscle a dude that's bigger than you, man. That
and
just
see,
don't make
and
no
that's
sense.
another thing you also got to remember that Boo Boo's never been on that stage. He's never been on that stage where
Right.
it's a big main event. Like he's been a main event, but it wasn't a big main event. Like this fight was a big main event. He's never been on that stage. Benavidez just went through that with Caleb Plant. He had a big main event with Caleb Plant. So when you got those bright lights on you, sometimes for the first time, a lot of times those guys fold when the bright lights is on. It's only the very good ones or the elite ones that doesn't fold under those bright lights for the first time. The
Right.
other ones, they fold under those bright lights. We see it time and time again. When those bright lights is on you, a lot of those guys that we think is very good, they fold.
Hey,
Yeah, they
it
do.
just it's just one of them things where Boo Boo got outclassed, and I'll be honest, man. It just was such a letdown. It took him 15 years to get this fight, and the fact that he was standing in front of me, man, like that, it was just not the smartest thing, man. You don't stand in front of no big dude like that, man.
You gotta keep throwing. BVO, I'm sorry, you ain't gotta keep throwing that 15 years out there, man, doing that man like that. You
No,
know what
that's
I'm
what he
saying?
said.
No, I just think I really think he didn't try to stand in front of him because he was moving around the ring. I think he kept getting cornered, and once he kept getting cornered, he was like, you know what? I can't get out of the way. I just gotta fight this dude. I think that's more. I think that's more so what it was.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what it was. He watched that fight with Caleb Plant and knew Caleb Plant was on his back foot that he had, and what he felt like was this right here. I got one way of winning. I got to make him respect me. I believe he wanted to hit him with something and make the monster respect him, David respect him. But the power wasn't there.
What's
And
going on, Thomas?
if somebody like Caleb Plant, right? Caleb Plant looked good for a bunch of rounds. But guess what happened? Man, David when he put his foot the pedal to the metal, it was a wrap. And he
Yeah,
knew what was coming.
I said that before you came up here. I was like, Boo Boo saw that fight with Caleb Plant, and he was like, you know what? I cannot gas out in the later rounds because he's going to knock me out. It just so happened he stopped him anyway, but
Right.
he probably would have got knocked out cold in the later rounds if he would have gassed out.
Yep.
I'm gonna sit in my top coat.
Hey, I'm just
He
saying.
would.
I mean, he got hit
was
with a big
dead.
shot, and that man was walking back to the corner looking like Hector Garcia. He like, man,
So
did I get dropped? Yeah, you got dropped the round before that, not this round.
yeah, he know where he was at, man. It was lights out city.
Yeah, that man was out on his feet walking back to his corner.
I thought the man had hit two rocks where he got hit, man. That man was done. Hey,
I swear to God, if those ropes wasn't right there, he would have fell out of the ring walking back to his corner. That nigga was leaning on them ropes hard as hell.
but I respect people. You know what? People can say what they want to say, but guess what he didn't do? He didn't pull no Jamel Charlo and try to survive. He fought.
No, yeah, he fought. I give him that.
Yeah.
He fought. Like I hear like I was on my brother T show right before I came on here, and my man Coach Joe was like, man, he quit. I'm like, dog, the man didn't quit. The corner stopped the fight. He didn't quit. He like, man, but he didn't put up a fuss. Dog, it doesn't matter if you put up a fuss or not. See, what people don't realize is when the trainer stops the fight, the fighter has no say. They have no say in that. It's over. That you can't. It's not. You can say don't stop the fight all you want. Once the trainer say stop the fight is over. The fighter doesn't have no say in that.
Yeah, if the trainer says it's over, it's over.
Yeah, they have no say because they have your best interests at heart. So they have the right to stop the fight. The fighter's going to want to keep fighting regardless. They're going to want to keep fighting. But the trainer is the one that has your best interests at heart. So if the trainer say, hey, stop the fight, they stop the fight. That's why when the trainer throws the towel in, they stop the fight. You can kick the towel out the ring all you want to. The fight is over.
If the only way I've seen it happen a few times, and I didn't like it, and where a trainer told a fighter to go back out there, and the fighter said no, that's when you quit.
Yeah, I mean, like the fight, like if the trainer say, "Hey, what do you want to keep going?" and the fighter be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna keep going." He be like, "All right, I don't like what I see. I'm gonna stop this fight." He could say, "No, don't stop this fight," but the trainer is talking to the fighter. He's not talking to the ref. Once he tell the ref to stop the fight, that fight is over.
It's over.
It's over. I didn't see that. You can grab your trainer by the throat and say, "Hey, don't stop this fight." He already told him to stop it. It's over. It don't matter what you do. It's over.
We've seen fighters get mad at trainers for stopping fights. We've seen it.
Yeah, they get mad at the trainer all they want, but it's over. Once the trainer say stop the fight, it's over.
You're right, D. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like that Boo didn't quit. He didn't do no quitting. He wanted to go back out there. He wanted to go out on the shield. I seen it in him. You know what I'm saying? I could see it in him. He was willing to go out on the shield.
Yeah, I don't know what he said to the ref because he said something to the ref, and his trainer didn't like what he heard, and he was like, "No, stop it." Yeah, I don't know what he said to the ref, but whatever he said to the ref, the trainer didn't like what he heard, and he stopped it.
He probably said, "Yeah, I'm gonna take this next round and get beat pillar to post." Referee said, "You all right?" I'm all right, but I'm gonna get beat pillar to post this next round. Trainer said, "Nah, that's enough."
I knew. Like I said, I didn't think it was going to end in a knockout, but I knew David Benavidez, he was too much for Boo Boo at this time in his career. If this was earlier in his career, like I told BBO before y'all came up, if Boo Boo could have got this fight before David fought Caleb Plant and before he fought Anthony Durrell, I think Boo Boo would have beat David Benavidez. But he got those fights under his belt, so that was experience, and he know how to deal with a boxer. He know how to deal with somebody that's a boxer puncher. He had the boxer puncher with Anthony Durrell, and then he had the boxer with Caleb Plant. So he's like, okay, I seen this before. I know what I got to do. So when he got in there with Boo Boo, go ahead.
Hey, before you go, CDK, man, we got to shout out my man Tommy and Sock, man. You know,
what's going on? What's going on, fellas?
Man. I thought I smoked some double seasoning, so I knew.
He always making fun of the Bronx, man.
Hey, man, salute my brothers.
Salute.
I'm gonna say this right here. I think what David learned was this right here. When he fought those guys, one thing he learned. This something right here. I'm gonna go back to Shakur Stevenson. People don't want to believe this. Shakur Stevenson is an excellent fighter, but he don't trust his chin on the real. He don't know if he can get caught with a good shot and take it. That's why he fights the way he do. David has found out that he can take a shot and he can come forward and do what he do. That's why I said it's gonna take a great fighter. Like it's gonna take a Canelo Alvarez, somebody to really catch that man, son, to make it be a real fight. Because if he think, you know what I'm saying, and that's what we're looking at. He know he can walk through boo-boo punches, or he know that by now. He already fought Durrell. He fought Caleb Plant. He already know what they could do. That's why he don't fear nobody no more. I want to see him in a fight where when he get hit with something, and I talk about man get really hit with something, and he be like, okay, that's different right there.
After what I saw tonight, I'm not too sure that. Well, yeah, I'm almost certain Jamal can't beat David Benavidez right now.
No, he
Not
can't beat
right
him
now.
Not right
Not right
now.
now.
Oh, he can't. But I'm gonna tell you something. If he get right, Jamal Charlo got enough power to make you respect him.
Maybe.
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 I think he's got it. He needs at least one more fight, maybe two. Because he got hit a lot tonight by a guy that's slower than all of us. Jose is slow. Like you can see, and he was getting hit a lot. Now, mind you, Jose doesn't have any pop, but he was getting touched, and Jose is very slow.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, but yeah, it was due to the ring rust as well. And like I said, and Jamal looked good. Being out of the ring for 2.5 years, he looked good. He came in there ready to fight, and he did what I thought he was going to do. I thought he was going to beat Jose Benavidez up, and that's exactly what he did. I didn't expect Jose Benavidez to win this fight by a long shot, and that's pretty much what he had. He had a long shot to win this fight.
I think you're giving Charlo too much credit.
Sean, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You've seen other Jamal Charlo fights. Do you think Jamal might get a chin? I'm asking for real. Do you think he might have a chin like David got? That type of chin?
Yeah, I think Jamal got a chin.
So.
I think he got a chin. I mean, him and his brother got a chin. They both got a chin. Yeah. It's just a matter of how many shots can you take on that chin before it gives out. They got a chin, but I mean, if you take too many shots, eventually that chin is going to give out. Like we know Arthur Beterbiev got a chin, but he's been dropped before too.
Right.
I think the thing that we got to remember with this fight is let's not get ahead of ourselves. I mean, he beat Perry Glegg, Jose Benavidez. That's not really an accomplishment, man.
No, but see what I see in Jose Benavidez, I see the same level of fighter as Damon Milkerson. Damon Milkerson fought Boo Boo Andrade, and Boo Boo Andrade looked bad in that fight. I see Jamal Charlo fight Jose Benavidez, and Jamal Charlo looked good in that fight, barring that he was out of the ring for 2.5 years. Right. And quote unquote, he only had 3 weeks of training camp.
But you still D-Free, you're still giving him too much credit though.
I'm not giving him too much credit. See, you never been in the ring, so you don't know what it's like to be out of the ring.
I understand that. I understand he had ring rust. He looked good for a guy coming off ring rust, but he fought a guy that was there to be hit, and he still got touched up a lot by a guy that's really slow.
He's supposed to get touched up.
He can barely move his leg. I don't know if you've seen that. He can barely move his leg. He barely moves his leg.
You gotta also understand something now. He's a professional. I'm talking about what's his name, Jose Benavidez Jr. He's a professional. Now, Jamal Charlo, like you said, been out the ring for 2 years. What I saw was, you know what I'm saying, a guy come back in the ring after 2 years and still, man, look phenomenal to me, because what I'm saying is right here, how many people you know got the ring for 2 years and come back and look like that? Fighting anybody.
Anytime you fight, listen, this thing you gotta understand. This thing you gotta understand. That fight, let's be honest, that fight was tailor made for him. That was matchmaking at its best.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
it was.
He was made to look. Let me say this. I seen there was a guy who was in prison for like 20 years. He was like he used to be a cruiserweight, I believe. And he had him, I think he fought Bernard Hopkins' cousin or somebody who was a pro and beat him to death.
No,
I mean, at the end of the day, that was his charity trophy. If he get in there with somebody else, we're gonna see, man. But he didn't look super.
That's why it's called a tune-up fight. It's not called a actual fight. It's called a tune-up fight. It's supposed to get you ready for the actual fight. He's supposed to look good. He was supposed to do what he did because it was tuning him up to get ready for an actual fight.
I agree. And now if he looked any different from what he's supposed to look like, then I would have had a problem with it.
Hey, Sock, let me ask you a question, man. Now I know you one of my favorite cats on YouTube, man, because you be having the most outlandish opinions about stuff ever. So let me ask you.
I appreciate that.
What did you think about Boo Boo's performance, man?
I thought it was a gallant effort. You know, I mean, it is kind of like what I expected. Although I thought he would have enough to keep Benavidez off of him, at least go the distance. But he's a guy that's fought 54 the majority of his career, was at 60 for a cup of coffee, and then the pandemic blew him up to 68. He had, I mean, you can't do that, you know, especially against a world-class fighter. I mean, I mean, like I said, I've followed Boo Boo since the amateurs. You know, I used to speak to Boo Boo Andrade, you know, and it's a tall task to ask at 35 years of age to fight someone in their physical prime. That's the thing. Benavidez is getting better, you know, like right now he's getting better with each fight, and enough with the probabilities and stuff and who could have a chance. Fuck all that. Nobody wants to see Jamal Charlo in there. No. Everyone wants to see Canelo, and people got to hold Canelo's feet to the fire. Unless the Latin press, the Mexican legends like Chavez, Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera, who are in the press, who have shows, who are color analysts, need to call him out as a coward if he doesn't fight David Benavidez. Plain and simple. Yep. The Charlo name as a brand is shit right now. Thanks to the performance against Canelo, and Jamal Charlo looks like he's got more issues than just boxing. All right, he's tearing up. He's wearing a Dominican hat. I don't know if he did a 23andMe or something like that. He found out he's half Dominican. I don't want him. I don't want Hector Garcia either. You know, so fuck all that. We're burying the lead. Benavidez and Canelo is a fight that needs to happen in 2024.
I mean, one at a time. I'm stamping this right here. Canelo beat the Mexican monster. He beat him.
I don't think Canelo will beat him. I think that's why Canelo keeps avoiding him. And the more that Canelo avoids him, the more that Canelo gets beat up by that fight. That's why he's not trying to fight.
D3, what do you see that you think that he can bring to the table? I'm asking you for real, you know.
What I seen from David Benavidez was somebody that improved on his defense. He already got all the offense that he needs to have. I saw a guy that improved on his defense, his upper body, his head movement. He improved on his defense. Now it's still not
a lot of shots on the elbow. Yeah,
it's still not the greatest, but he improved on it. We used to seeing David Benavidez just take shots to the face and keep coming. But he improved on his defense. And with Canelo, see, this is the thing that's why I keep telling these people, y'all want these fighters to get the fights now, because the fighters that y'all want them to fight, the more they wait, these guys is getting experience. It's going to be that much harder to beat them. The more you wait, it's going to be that much harder to beat them. You want to get them out the way now. If these guys calling you out and you say, okay, these guys not ready for
forget his name.
You calling my name, I'm gonna go ahead and get you out the way now. Get you out the way. I ain't gotta worry about you later.
Let me say this before somebody talks. This is the thing. Speaking to my brother Drew in the chat.
What's going on, Drew?
Yo, look what Drew wrote.
He said, "Why is a flag on his hat? What the F? Did he forget his name? I'm about to take him." Hey, but this is
drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link for him, just so if you want to
go, man.
Yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing that you got to realize when you talk about this Benavidez. He came in there with improved defense. He came in there calm, and on top of that, I think what Sark said is pretty true, man. I mean, if Jamal, let's stop the love affair and the fact that we all love Jamal, but Jamal has turned into the brand new Adrian Bronner.
He ain't.
Listen. But you got to remember, Adrian Bronner is a 4-division champion already, so he got to do some new work to even beat that. I don't know. Listen, this is the thing, and I think that Jamal. I think maybe if we talking about Jamal fighting maybe 3 years ago, I mean, this is the first fighter we ever seen and say, you know what, I'm not going to wait on Canelo. I'm going to get my experience. I'm going to fight Anthony Guerrero. I'm going to fight Caleb Plant. I'm going to fight Boo Andre. I'm going to make my own life. And then if I get Canelo, I get him. Because Canelo's seeing all this. He's seeing all these different fighters. He's seeing the Danny Jacobs, the Triple G's.
I need Mauricio to be a man of his word and mandate that fight, and we see what Canelo does. Force that man's hand.
Yes, indeed.
Correct.
Hey, the thing is,
I agree.
Mauricio already put the plug in. He already said, "I need some more money, Canelo." So the fight's already been mandated. So he wants some more cheese for Canelo.
No,
And
it ain't. He
but
said that they got to fight next, but he hasn't mandated yet. They haven't mandated the fight yet because they had to wait to see who the winner is. They said
but the
whoever
thing is,
wins,
the thing is,
they're gonna.
he's gonna fight. He's gonna fight Hamid Mugia next.
No,
I mean,
I don't
people
care what
don't
he's
No, I
gonna
realize.
don't
fight
think
next.
so because he's in
I
his.
want that man. I want that man
next.
to have to fight Benavidez or drop his belt. If he
Because
drop his
Right.
belt, then everybody could say, okay, this nigga is a duck.
this is
He's
a
gonna
big
fight.
fight
He's
to
gonna
be
fight
made,
Boo
and
Boo.
it's supposed to
He's
be
gonna fight
Cinco de
Boo Boo in
Mayo.
September.
Yeah,
He's
it's
gonna
supposed to be
fight
Cinco
Boo Boo
de
in
Mayo
September.
weekend. Like
I mean,
that's
not Boo Boo. He's
huge.
supposed to. He's gonna fight David Benez on Mexican Independence Day.
That's in
I
You
know.
can
September
book
though.
it.
Hammock.
That's
You
a
can
whole
book
year.
it. You can book it. I'm
I
letting you know
want.
Hammock.
I
right
want
now.
them.
You
I
can
want
book
them
it.
to force his hand. I want them to force his hand. Make him drop that belt. If he's
You
not willing
can't.
to
You can't
defend it,
force the cash cow, man.
no,
You
you
can't
can
force
force
the
whoever you
cash
want to
cow.
force. No, see this is the problem with y'all fans that want to let these fighters dictate their career. No, if you want to be the champion, your obligation is to defend that belt against your mandatories. That's the only obligation that you got. So if you want to be the champion, David Benavidez is your mandatory. Fight him or drop the belt.
Right.
I think the only thing
He's
that
bigger
could
than
the only
that.
thing that could
Go ahead.
force the only thing that could force that is if the numbers are dropping. I mean, I doubt that I didn't hear what the official numbers were for the Charlo pay-per-view, but I don't think they're probably as strong as it was in the other
800,000.
pay-per-views.
800,000. 800,000.
That much? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a strong
Never
number.
actually did think about it. I never even asked what the numbers was. I never even looked them
Yeah.
up.
That's a strong number.
I looked it
He
up.
did. He did
800,000.
800,000. I mean, he did that. That's true. He did. It was actually 750, and they
Yeah.
rounded it
Yeah.
up to 800. So
So
I
real
mean,
quick, BBO, you saying
Right.
you'd rather have the fight on Mexican Independence Day in September and not coming up in May?
no, it's not. It's not that. It's not that I want. I'm just going off from what I've been hearing from different people.
So then who would Canelo fight in May then?
It's going to be Jaime Mugia.
But Munguia's isn't he with De La Hoya? Like he's not
Yeah.
good.
Listen. Him and Jaime Mugia are really good friends. I
How
know.
do we get garbage? He garbage.
No.
Yeah, but
But
it's a different.
But listen.
I don't
listen,
think that's gonna happen.
Listen,
Nah.
Jaime Mugia has been at 164 a little bit.
No, they're not going to make that fight.
Listen,
No, I
it's the
doubt
same thing. It's the same thing he did when nobody knew he would bring Yildirim up. Canelo always blesses his friends.
Yeah, but
No,
when he
that
fought
was-
Yildirim, he wasn't
No,
signed to PBC.
No, you gotta. That's what I'm about to say. You gotta understand that was Canelo signed to those other promotional companies. He signed to PBC right now. They not doing no business with no,
Yeah, exactly.
no De La Hoya.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't-
why
I don't
the
believe that to be
Benavidez fight
true.
is there
I
to be
don't want
made.
to. I don't want to listen. I don't want to say the person's name. It's premature. But somebody that's really important in boxing, let me know that it's probably going to be Jaime Mugia next, and it's going to
I
be
doubt it. I
the
doubt it.
winner of Boo Boo versus the Monster in September, because September Independence Day, I guess that's supposed to celebrate their new deal.
No, but
It's
you
September.
I don't know.
said that he said it's probably going to be Harvey McGree. That means he doesn't know anything.
They had also mentioned Adames as a possible, sacrificial lamb too.
They did mention that.
Because what they reached out for, what they wanted to do was do Berlinga, but Canelo turned that down. And,
Berlanga's also not signed. He signed somewhere
no,
else.
that's what I'm saying. That's what he wanted to do.
I think Adames is more realistic because he's a PBC fighter.
No,
Right.
like I said,
I'm just going. Listen, I can't give all what I'm saying, but from what I heard from people who work at PBC, they're saying it's going to be Jaime Mugia. I don't know. It's not for sure, but they said it's going to be Jaime Mugia, and it's going to be
no.
Demetrius.
I'm telling
it's gonna
y'all.
be,
I'm telling
the
y'all that
Monster in
right. I'm
September.
telling y'all right now. If he fight Hamza McGuire, I'm putting the link for the stream on my live and Instagram.
As you should.
No, you're not. No, you're not, bro. You're not going to do that.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I'm doing
I'm-
it.
I'm boycotting the fight.
You're not going to do that, free. It's not tough.
If he fight Jaime McGuire instead of fighting David Benavidez, I'm boycotting the fight. And everybody that's on my Instagram, my 50,000 followers, will be getting the stream for free.
Fuck it.
I'm telling
Nobody will still
it's-
watch it.
it's going to be interesting Monday. All those guys are still. I mean, I don't know how close you guys follow Latin media, but those Mexican legends are all in the media. Rafael Juan Manuel Marquez,
Yeah.
Eric Morales, and Barrera. They have a podcast together.
No, they be calling
Chavez,
for the fight.
Chavez. I'm telling you, they're gonna throw the shade and they're gonna ridicule Canelo to the point that he's got he will have no choice.
So,
you know, but the man up.
Legends, did you hear what Canelo said about those legends many times?
Yeah.
That he's made more money.
He also invited all of those guys to his private parts. So I think Canelo
I don't. That's not true. Because that's not true. Because I've seen him. I've seen him invite. No. Him and Chavez are very cool.
Listen.
I know one month.
I'm talking about Marquez. I'm talking about Marquez.
But Marquez is a hater. He's a big hater.
A bunch of times, you can have an invitation right to my private parts. So
Marquez is a hater. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is the thing I'm saying. Canelo takes any criticism as hate. If you say the only person who's really, I could say the only person I've seen be very, very unbiased is Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. He's been very, very honest about Canelo. And Canelo's even said bad stuff about him. We all seen when Canelo came in his corner and started playing in the corner. But at the end of the day, man, Canelo takes any constructive criticism bad. And he doesn't respect it.
You tell me this. Which one is a bigger fight, money-wise? Jaime Maguire or Benavidez?
Benavidez.
You talking about the biggest star in boxing, man. No matter what, he's gonna do 300,000. What he doing?
No. Who is the bigger fight? I'm not talking about Canelo. I'm talking about his opponent, Jaime Maguire or Benavidez.
It would be Benavidez, I would think. Of course, we would think it'd be Benavidez.
Exactly. So if Benavidez is the bigger fighter, they're gonna want to see him fight Benavidez. Like a lot of those Mexican fans want to see Canelo Alvarez pass the torch to David Benavidez. Mm-hmm. They don't want to see him passing the torch to no daggone Jaime Maguire. They think Jaime Maguire is going to get beat in the next big fight.
Salute to my man A1. Salute to my man Mike Biggs.
They want to see Canelo fight David Benavidez.
I feel what you're saying, Free, and I hear what you're saying, Sal. I think you guys don't realize that Canelo is not like the fighters of old. If you say anything he doesn't like, he's going to take it personal. He's done it over and over again.
That's just the usual. Like with the older fighters, they always hate on the new fighters now because they didn't make as much money. They didn't make as much money as the guys did. That's the normal thing, though.
No, I'm gonna tell you the only reason why Canelo does what Canelo do is because the fans allow him to do it. They go out and buy those dumbass fights.
Yeah, it's true.
If y'all stop buying the fights, he wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, I don't buy fights that I don't want to see. I don't go to a movie theater and go to a movie I wasn't going to see. If I'm going to see daggone Creed 3, I'm not going to go watch daggone Spider-Man. I'm going there for Creed 3. No,
I'll just say this.
Sock's battery died. I don't know if he's coming back.
I'll just say this, man. It's tough when you got a guy that's as temperamental as Canelo. I mean, you talking about people who say stuff about him out of nothing but love, and he takes it wrong. So it's kind of tough, man. I mean, I've heard Chavez, because I'll get the translator on. I've heard Chavez say a lot of good stuff about Canelo. But Canelo want to remember the fact that he said Canelo gas is out. He wants to bring that up. He don't want to hear about all the good things. He said Canelo is a lot like LeBron James, man. It's okay as long as you talk about he's the greatest in the world.
Platform that we have, and we're supposed to be pushing these fights that we want to see. That's what your platform is there for. You're supposed to push the fights that you want to see. You get your audience, and they get their friends. You get the other platform and his audience and their friends. Everybody say, "Hey, this is the fight we want to see. This is the fight we want to see." When they hear that, they were like, "Okay, well, the fans want to see this fight."
Well,
if I go make this fight, they ain't gonna want to see it.
Yeah, and another thing that would help too, if the freaking sanction bodies would, mandate these fights, and if Silly Man, he has now the opportunity to mandate the fight. It's an easy fight to make now. He has to say Canelo has to defend his title against Benavidez and just mandate it and make it happen.
Why?
Huh?
No, how
Why?
long does this man has to be the interim champion, the number one seed, the next person in line? How long this man got to be in line to wait to fight the champion?
The sanction, but that's what's saying. The sanctioning bodies, especially WBC, they got to do their job.
The whole key to move up in the rankings is to fight the champion. What's the point in moving up in the rankings?
Yep.
That's why you say. That's why I keep telling y'all these belts don't mean nothing.
Tom, you realize that two of the belts
don't want to fight nobody.
Two of the belts that that Canelo already has interim champion. The WBA belt has Morrell as its interim champion, and now WBC has its interim champion. And they actually about to do a fight for the WBO interim champion. The fact is, and I love Canelo. He's one of my favorite fighters. I think he's one of the greatest fighters that ever lived. But he really just don't want to take these tough fights, man. And it just is what it is, man. He's gonna have to get stripped. And are you gonna strip the cash cow? I mean, he did 800,000 with Jamel Charlo, man, and Jamel Charlo came full payday.
So we supposed to make David Benavidez suffer because the cash cow want to go fight a lesser competition. No.
The thing is, if he fights Benavidez, he's going to make way more money. He's going to get way more buys. Like
exactly,
it's a money fight, especially if they make it Cinco de Mayo week. Like it's a no-brainer.
No, you realize that Canelo made almost $90 million last year.
I don't care what he almost made. I don't care about none of that.
What I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. Canelo feels like he's bigger than the sport, and that's been the problem.
And that's where you have to show him that he's not.
That's been the problem.
What I'm trying to tell you. Y'all keep giving these people leeway to do what they want. If you want a certain fight, you gotta force their hand to make the fight. We're the fans that pay their purse. If we don't pay for the fight, they don't make no money. That's what I keep trying to tell you. We have the control of making these fights. If y'all want the fight, y'all gotta say, okay, I'm not buying that bullshit because this is the fight that I want to see.
Well, my man Mike Biggs said, I don't want someone to read this comment. He said tonight was entertaining, a lot of boxing. So to my man A1, what he said. My man Mike Biggs said, I agree. D Freak bump the belts. Benavidez should just create his own path, keep watching brothers, and be a pay-per-view star. I think that's a good point, but I think the thing that y'all realize that we fail to realize is that Canelo is very, very selfish. He doesn't care about the sport. That's why he says stupid stuff like, I love boxing. No, he doesn't. He loves what boxing does for him. He's not doing the same thing Floyd did for him. He's not giving him an opportunity to be great. The thing is this. We all know that Canelo can beat David Benavidez. He can beat David Benavidez, but he don't want to give him a chance to overtake him. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is.
That nigga A1 stupid as hell. Thomas, will you sing again?
He's getting at me because I did sing on one of their channels. That's why I did.
Oh, let me hear you sing, Tom.
Nah, no shot.
Hey, see, hypocritical.
No, I just like I said, this man, he's been the number one contender for what, like 2 years now. Mm-hmm. This man did everything. They said, hey, you gotta go fight Plant. He went and fought Plant. They said, hey, you gotta fight Boo Boo. He fought Boo Boo. Man, what more do you want this man to do? This man had fought everybody at 168 except for David Morrell. And everybody say David Morrell hasn't done enough. So the only other person for him to fight is Canelo.
Hey, that's the only person for him to fight. I mean, I get what you're saying, Creed, but the thing is, Canelo don't move like that. He hasn't moved like that ever.
Now, I believe Morrell beat David Benavidez, but that's my opinion. But I'm like, I want to see this man. I want to see this man get his shot at Canelo. Canelo giving his shot, giving all these other people paydays. But you got this man that earned the payday, and you won't give it to him.
I mean, I think Jamie's earned the payday. He's got 40-something fights, man.
Who?
He's got 40-something wins. Hamid Gid. I think he's earned
No, he did not. Fight. No, he did not. Who did he beat at 68?
I don't know who he beat, man.
Nobody. He beat nobody.
He got like 43 wins. I don't know who he's beating.
He got lucky in his last fight versus that guy from the Ukraine.
He beat nobody at 68. He beat
Who's the
nobody
guy?
at 68.
Yeah, the guy from the Ukraine that loses to everybody close. That was the only guy he really fought. I can't.
Sergey Derevchenko.
Something. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, Derevchenko. Derevchenko is really good. That's a dude who beat Triple G arguably. And
That was at 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, he. But what I'm saying, he came to 68 before Jaime, and he really whooped Jaime's head, and Jaime didn't win that fight, and they gave it to him. Just to be honest, he didn't win that fight. But
It was close. It was a close fight.
I'll say this.
Yeah,
I think
thanks, Mike Biggs.
the thing that we missing in boxing, and I'm gonna end this with end it with this, and I'll let everybody on the panel answer. I don't think that Canelo is interested in pushing the sport forward. He only cares about what's good for him, and it's been that way for a lot of years now.
No,
I don't know.
no,
Canelo's starting to be like Floyd. He's starting to be like a cancer, man.
I see Sean say who has Morrell beat. No, I'm so tired of hearing people say who has this fighter beat when we see the fighters that Canelo fighting. Who the hell did Yildirim beat? Who the hell did Yildirim beat to get a shot at Canelo?
Him and Canelo are great friends, man. That's what that was about.
No, I don't care about none of that. Y'all keep saying who had these fighters beat. Who had Yildirim beat? Last time I checked, David Morrell has a WBA regular title. He has a WBA regular title. I hear this all the time. Oh, who Boots beat? Oh, who that person beat? Oh, who that person beat? No, they ain't gonna beat nobody if they don't never get a shot to fight them.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna beat nobody.
Hey, I gotta give you respect where he's doing that. You right about that. I just think I told you, man, we're in a weird place in boxing where the top guy doesn't want to fight, man. And I hate to say this about Canelo. He's a living legend, one of the greatest fighters ever lived, but he is not interested in fighting these tough fights, man. And it's sad because he can win them all. He probably could break David Morrell's neck. He probably could break David Benavidez's neck, but he doesn't want to for some reason. I don't know. He keep fighting guys. He keep bringing guys up. Like he blew up Jamel Charlo. I mean, he just keep blowing guys up.
Now you agree with me.
I'm agreeing with you. Who you agree with you about what? About Canelo playing
about games? Canelo bringing up these fighters to 168. He ain't fighting nobody in the weight class. He fought 2 guys at 68. No, actually, he fought 1 guy at 68 since he became the undisputed champion. 1 guy at 68. And that was Ryder.
Do you think PBC is going to try to feed him Adames at 168? Because Adames is 160.
Yeah, Adonis is at 160.
And Adames wants to fight Janibek. But if they throw the money at Adames to fight Canelo, he's going to take it. Yeah, his Dominicans are going to take it. He's going to take it and
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that neither. I don't want
to see it either, especially if you're going to fight at 168.
No, I don't want to see it. I want to see Canelo Alvarez fight who he's supposed to fight, which is David Benavidez. Yep, that's what Mauricio said he was going to do. Mauricio need to go ahead and mandate that fight tomorrow morning. Say, okay, Canelo, you won. David Benavidez, he won. This is the fight y'all gotta make. Y'all have 30 days to make this fight.
And guess what? Tomorrow at 2:00, I'm supposed to be on WBC TV with Ring Talk, and that'll be one of the questions I'll be asking the host, and I'll be directing it. It'll be an indirect question at Silly Man at the WBC TV, and I'm gonna say, are you gonna keep being a man of your word, and are you gonna mandate that fight? That'll be definitely one of the comments I make.
I got a question. Are you talking about when you about to go on Crime Stoppers?
The what?
Ain't you about to go on Crime Stoppers?
What the fuck is that? Crime Stoppers.
I'm just messing with you.
He going on that radio station that's in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's in San Francisco. It's on Sports Byline, but it's hosted by WBC TV. So, you know,
he want to get thrown out of there. That'd be a good way to do it.
Yeah. I know the host Pedro Fernandez, he was at Vegas. He was at the fight today, so I'm sure he's gonna have some clips.
So I don't care about nobody's resume. No, I don't care about the resume and none of that. I don't care about none of that. That resume doesn't mean anything to me. A resume is just people that you fought in your past. That's all a resume is. But as being the undisputed champion or any champion, your obligations as a champion is to fight your mandatory. That's the only obligation you got as a champion is to fight your mandatory. and David Benavidez is the WBC interim champion. He's been the WBC interim champion for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
You need to fight that man. You need to fight him. You want to be the WBC champion, you have to fight the WBC mandatories.
You know what's funny? I guarantee you, Free, if he was in Mauricio Sulaiman's position, you would have stricken him. Because the dude makes a crap ton of money for the company, man. That's just what it is. It's the same thing with the franchise.
He's getting 3%. He gets 3% of the purse, right? So
he get 3% of the guarantee. He doesn't get 3% of the pay-per-view. He get 3% of the guarantee.
The guarantee is still good enough. It's still good money.
So whatever his guarantee is, he get 3% of that.
And that's good money. 3% of that is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, like I said, I got family that fight in the sport of boxing, and I know how these niggas are, and they corrupt as hell.
Yeah,
because you got guys. It's no point of having a ranking system if you're not going to enforce the rules. And the rules are, once you become the number one, you're next in line to be the mandatory. So if I'm in a sport of boxing and I'm fighting up the ranking system and I fought all these guys to become the number one, now I got to sit here and wait for whenever the champion decide he wants to fight the mandatory. No, give me my shot. Give me my shot. I work my way up here. Give me my shot.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel you, Free, but that's not how it works, man. It's never worked that way.
That's why I say boxing is the most corrupt sport in the United States.
It's the what?
The most corrupt sport in the United States.
What the fuck you say?
It's been that way for years.
In the United
States,
it's been
that way before you was born. It's gonna be that way after you long and gone.
Yeah, because soccer is the most corrupt in the world.
Yeah, soccer in the world, but
Lopez, the takeover, 2-time undisputed world champion.
With the
that's
Lopez, the
reason why. You got professional fighters that's lying and people run with it, like BBO, undisputed, 2-time undisputed. That man
Lopez, the takeover, 2-time undisputed world champion.
That's the worst.
That man
Lopez,
the only thing you could give him, and I will give him that, is 2-time linear. That's the only thing, and a unified champion at 135. That's the only thing I give him. Yo, that's all he was.
Real quick, BBO, you was using Google translation when you was writing me in Spanish?
Yeah.
Yo, he was texting me in Spanish, D3. He was
no, I got an app.
You got it. Because he was texting me in Spanish and I just kept cracking up. Like, why you keep writing me in Spanish? Oh my god, man! He can't.
Yeah, I have that on my iPhone. I can switch it to whatever language I want to switch it to.
Yo, BBO, you're gonna come by Christmas time, right?
Yeah.
How long are you gonna stay?
Probably another week.
A week? All right. You leaving tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah. So then next time, all right. So when you come at Christmas time, let me know. We chill. I'll get BC and we'll get your boy Clarence McLean. Maybe D Free could take a drive 3 hours down, up, and we all hang out.
Yeah, that might be the plan.
Or maybe we go to Atlantic City.
Hey,
yeah, that'll be a plan.
That's a good neutral spot.
Yeah, for sure.
We could work something out. We could work something out. Just let me know in advance, and we can work something out.
Okay.
Hey, and I got.
I'm probably gonna go away for like a week or weekend with my wife, and then but you let me know. We'll see. So see what the dates, because I get 2 weeks off after Christmas during Christmas. So,
and see, I know a lot of people might say, "Oh, this D Free hate Canelo." No, I actually like Canelo. I just don't like his moves. I like Canelo. Yeah. He arguably could beat all these guys. That's why I want to see him in there with these guys, because a lot of people say, "Oh, this guy could beat Canelo. That guy could beat Canelo. Canelo could beat this guy." And he arguably could beat all of these guys. But we would never know if we never get a chance to see the fight. We would have never know the outcome of Bud and Earl if we never saw the fight. So I just want to see the fight. I could care less who wins, because I don't have a favorite fighter. I like all these guys. I just want to see the fight. I'm here for the sport of boxing. I'm not here for the fighter. I'm here for the sport.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, What you saying is absolutely true, man. It's just tough, man, because you want to see the best fight the best, man. That's just kind of what it boils down to, man. We're not getting enough of that, like you were saying. We're not getting enough of that.
That's all the fans want. Like, you know, us as fans, that's all we want.
See, that's how it used to be when I was coming up in the early '80s, in the early in the '80s, and then in the early '90s. It was you got the best guys fighting against each other. Now you got is this gonna give me more money? Is that gonna give me more money? We're not getting the best fights no more. We just getting a money grab. Everybody want a money grab. Now I understand. I'm not against a fighter getting his money, but at some point you got to defend that title against the person you're supposed to defend it against.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, man? How old is Camille Morton? Every time I look at Camille Morton, man, I look at these pictures, man, like he in grade school.
Who you talking about?
Camille Morton. Is it Kamal or Camille Morton?
Yeah, I know you're talking about the Floyd Mayweather new fighter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, man. No matter how you put it, man, it's crazy. But I gotta say, man, shout out to my brother Tommy, man. Shout out to my co-host D3. It's your boy BBO Boxing. It's my man Tommy. Shout out to my man Sock. He left because he got cooked by BBO. Salute to my man CDK, man, for coming through, man. Hey, if you watch this on playback, like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy BBO, and we gone. Peace.
All right. Peace, everybody. Take care.
Streets shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef? I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.